Good morning, student. Today we were studying about the chapter number 5 or science book, separation of substances. Firstly, we can see we will learn about the introduction of separation of substance, and then we will studying about methods of separations. First is handpicking, billowing, threading, sieving, evaporation, sedimentation, decantation, and filtration. After that, we will learn about the two or more than two separations are available there. Firstly, we will go ahead to the introduction of separation of substances. First, what is the separation? What is separation? Separation is the removing of unuseful things to a mixture. Removing of unuseful things to a mixture. For example, take a tea. We are making a tea, then with the help of one type of filter, we use separate the tea leaves from the tea. Why? Because we have no requirement of tea leaves. We have only requirement of tea, and we can say we separate the tea leaves from the tea with the help of that type of filter machine, the filter object. And then we can take another example of the curd. Churning of curd. Separate the butter from the curd, and the lassi is also the example of separation. Here we have got two types of substances, but these two substances are useful for us. First is butter, it is very useful for us. Curd. Separate butter and lassi. These two substances are useful for us. We use butter as a fat, and we use lassi to drink it. And there are many types of separations available there. You can take a rice and you separate the stones, sand from the rices. Why? Because we have no requirement of sands and stones in our rice. Just because of it, we are doing the separations. Now the question is this: why do we separate substances? Why do we separate the substances? Question is, why do we separate substances? First, to separate harmful substances. We also take the example of the mixture of rices and stones. This is available here. Separating stones, insect from the rice. Because we have only one substance that is useful for us, rice and also the pulses. And stones are not useful for us, and also insect. It means we separate harmful substances from our mixture. Next is this: to separate non-useful substances from a mixture. Second is this: to separate non-useful substances from a mixture. Now, which type of non-useful substances? There is instant tea leaf from the tea. This example we can take previous. Stirring tea leaves from a tea. Why? Tea are useful for us, and the tea leaves are not. Now, so we can say we separate the substances to separate non-useful substances from a mixture. Third is this: we also separate two useful components if we want to use them separately. It means separating lassi and butter by the churning curd. It means we can also separate the two other things from the mixture, like lassi and butter. Also we can take many type of examples, if we take a iron filings and salt. We can separate them easily and both are useful for us. Iron filings we can also use and salt can be used for us. It means there are three types of separation we can do in our life. First, harmful substance. Second, non-useful substances. Third is two or more than two components. Now we learning about the methods of separations. Methods of separations means hand picking, winnowing, thrashing, sieving, evaporation, sedimentation, decantation and filtration. First is hand picking. Hand picking. In this word we can from the hand we can pick some substances that can be harmful for us and that is also not useful for us. With the help of hand, if we separate the substances, that is called hand picking. That is called hand picking. Next is, like example, you can see in your homes, your mother, your sister are taking the stone from the rice with the help of your hand. Help of their hand. This process is called hand picking. This process is called hand picking. Second is winnowing. Second is winnowing. What is the use of winnowing in separation? What is the use of winnowing in separation? Winnowing means to separate substances with the help of air. In the winnowing, the heavy substances fall near the person and the lighter substances fall away from the person. You can see in your villages, the farmers are take a basket and start dropping the grains, and heavier grains fall near the farmer and the lighter things that are not useful for the grains are falling away from the farmer. This is called winnowing. It is the winnowing are useful for the farmers and also us, because with the help of winnowing we can separate the dust from the many types of grains, pulse and rices. Next is thrashing. Thrashing. Why we use thrashing? So you can see the crop of wheat. There are big husks and stalks and the small part of a piece of wheat. This process to separate the wheat from the stalks and husks is called thrashing. Why and how we can do this? First, it is done with the help of the farmer to take a small amount of husk with stalks and beat with a heavier stone or other object. Then the wheat are separated from the husk or stalks. This process is called thrashing. Now, sieving. Students, we will learn about sieving, evaporation, sedimentation and decantation, filtration tomorrow. Okay? Goodbye.